Thank you very much for your attention, and enjoy the Imaginary Invalid.
Statement of accounts due from Monsieur Argan to Monsieur Florent. Apothecary. Due to Monsieur Florent. Apothecary. Monsieur Florent and Monsieur Florent. Oh, bills, like leaves in autumn and just as difficult to get rid of. Like falling leaves, you clear them up, you turn your back. And they're there again. But I don't know which is worse, adding them up or paying for them. But if I don't go through them for myself, then I get cheating. A bit added on here, a bit added on there is shameless, and I don't know what this world is coming to. Oh well, better get started. Two and two make 4, off to a good start. And 5 makes 9, yes. And 7 and 8 make 13. No, 15. Oh well, a mistake on the right side, we'll call it 11. Oh, here's a much larger one. A special mixture smooth and insinuating to sweeten and humor the digestive process. Oh, that's what I love about my apothecary. His bills are always so well worded, so discreet. To sweeten, oh, beautiful. Upon my word, it's almost poetic. Hey, what's this? 40 francs! Oh, no, Master Apothecary, that won't do at all. You can put it into verse for all I like, but that's no reason for overcharging like this. It enrages me. Plus, it wasn't half as smooth and insinuating as you thought, so not half, so have it, 20 francs, and that's generous. Oh, here's another. A julep, soporific, narcotic, and somniferous. What was this for? Why would I have taken it? To induce deep sleep. I wonder if it did. Oh, and another. What was this? Why would I have taken this? 5 ounces of castor or 2 pints cenopods in a mixture of fresh figs. Oh, yes, I remember. And I never slept a wink. Oh, the 2 cancel out. I'll pay nothing for the little raw. Come on. 20 francs. 22. 30. 40. Oh, no, Master Apothecary, this is beyond the joke. I mean, if you go on charging like this, who can afford to be ill? And where would you be then? That's what I'd like to know. Out of business, and you deserve to be. On the 20th, a mixture for my heart. On the 21st, for the blood. On the 22nd, for the kidneys. On the 23rd, for the wind. And on the 24th, for my nerves. Ridiculous! What's wrong with my nerves? I'd like to know! This month I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 medicines and 12 treatments. Last month I've had 12 medicines and 15 treatments. No wonder I'm not so well as I have been. I should call the doctor about this. I must have him sent for once. Damn silly little bell doesn't even make a sound. They only give it to me so they can't hear it. Not that they'd come if they did. I could be dying for all they know. I'd rather believe I am. I could easily die of rage. Hello? 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 Come quick, I'm dying! When I get my hands on you, I'll give you what for!
What for?
Stop talking to me like an echo and come here! Can you hear me?
No.
Oh! Come here! Come here! Come here! Drop whatever you're doing and come here!
Now look what you made me do!
What?
I've fallen downstairs.
Well, what of it?
With your wife's breakfast tray. I've broken her cup, I've broken her saucer, and I've broken all of her plates.
Oh, you clumsy slut. Come here.
I can't.
Why not?
I broke it out! My ankle!
Broken your ankle? How can you look after me with a broken ankle?
I can't.
Oh, you wicked girl. But if I can't reach you with my stick, I'll give you the rough edge of my tongue. Now listen, I need you to... Stop it! Will you stop? How can I scold you if you make that row?
Scold me? When I've half killed myself obeying you?
Obeying me? Did I tell you to break your ankle? Now listen, I need you to stop! Stop! I think you've given me laryngitis.
Then we're quits.
Quits?
You've got laryngitis, I've broken my ankle, you want to scold, you're scolding, I want to cry, I'm crying, and if that ain't fair, what is?
Oh, don't argue, it makes my head ache. Clear those things away. I thought you'd broken your ankle.
I mended it.
Oh, you couldn't.
Oh, yes I have. It's cured, like your laryngitis. Ooh, what is it?
Mind your own business. Don't touch them!
Well, how can I clear them up without touching them?
Put the table over there as is and I'll go on with it tomorrow.
Oh, from your apothecary. All of them. Bills. He's a nice one. And doing himself proud over you. And that doctor of yours. A pretty pair. And you too. The three of you. What you get up to with that poor inside of you?
Oh, you leave my insides alone.
I wish you would. You'd be a different man.
Oh, don't show your ignorance, girl. My apothecary's the best in Paris, and my doctor's the man of the greatest skill and learning. What he doesn't know about illnesses, I'll
I agree
never...
with you there. He smells them out. When nobody else would think of it.
That's true. That's very true.
Why, if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't know you were ill.
That's true. That's very... Wait, what? Of course I should be, but I shouldn't know what of. When I want to talk of my illnesses, I shouldn't know what to call them.
Oh, your illnesses! Oh, they're all your little darlings, aren't they? Each in a little bottle of its own with their own pet names. And when they're thirsty, you give them drinks.
Oh! May you be forgiven. With all I have to suffer, I think this lack of sympathy is the hardest to bear. Where is my daughter?
How should I know? I haven't the slightest idea.
Go and fetch her and bring her to... Oh, I want to speak with her.
She was just coming. A loving daughter always knows what her father wants her. You don't deserve such a daughter.
Oh, there you are. Come in.
Yes, Father?
Sit down.
Yes, Father? What is it you want to speak to me about?
All in good time, all in good time. Don't you hurry me. Are you comfortable?
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Well, I'm not. I'll be back in a moment.
A moment. He's an optimist.
Oh, Toinette!
Yes, Miss Angelica. What is it?
Oh, Toinette, Toinette!
What's all this about?
Oh, Toinette!
I heard. And what do you want with me?
Oh, dear Toinette?
Ah, so now I'm dear?
Oh, turn around and look at me.
I'm looking.
Well, can't you guess?
Guess what?
What do you want to say and talk about?
Considering we've been talking about nothing else for the past week, that's not a fair idea.
Well, then why don't you begin?
Begin? Me? Begin? How can I begin when you never stop?
Oh, Toinette, he's so handsome, so wonderful to look at. Isn't he?
Yes,
And his manners, such perfect manners. Oh, but they're exquisite.
ordained?
No, preordained. Arranged in heaven, sometime just after the creation, set down indelibly in the divine diary. On such and such a day in 1674, Angelique meets Cleante. What do you think?
I suppose it could have been.
Oh, but when the one night of the year when I go to the theater with my aunt that he should be there and in the box next to us, and to think of some wonderful excuse to come and introduce himself.
Yes, he's got his wits about him, I grant you that.
Oh, and isn't it maddening to be kept so close but under such restraint that I can only see him here and there and every now and again?
Oh, there, dear mistress, I agree with you. It must be maddening.
Oh, now, dear Toinette, you must tell me. Do you think he loves me as he says he does?
Ha! Now you're asking.
What do you mean by that?
When a man makes love, whatever kind of man and whatever kind of way, why then, as philosophers say, appearance! In reality, a heart to tell apart.
Yes, but
Take this from me. In the playing of love scenes, there are more good actors off stage than on.
oh no, Toinette, oh no. If you look close, if you look very close, you can tell the difference.
You pretty innocent. The closer you look, the more your eyes are dazzled.
Oh, but then how can you tell?
You can't. Till it's too late. Who cares? I love good acting.
Oh, you're wrong, and I can prove it.
How?
I had a letter from him.
Is he more convincing with his pen than with his tongue?
No, but he wrote in his letter that he was going to ask my father for his consent so we could get married.
Oh, my goodness! I'm so happy for you! Isn't that wonderful? And you heard. Your father had something special to say to you.
How could it be that?
What else?
Oh, how does one live through these minutes when one's entire life hangs in the balance? If Cleante asked him.
Well, of course he has.
Oh, well, my father said, another minute of this and I shall die.
Thank you for coming back. You won't have long to wait. And let's be nice then.
Yes, very nice. Darling Bob!
Oh, my dear master.
What's all this about?
How are you feeling now?
Weak, very weak. What's left of me?
Come and sit down.
Oh, let me help you.
Lean on me.
Oh, and me?
Hey! Wow, that's so fast!
That's right. Gently does it.
Careful.
Let's make you comfortable.
Now let's put this over you.
Keep you warm.
Let's tuck you in.
This is for your arm.
And this is for the other one.
This is for your head.
And this one's for your feet.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I think I must really have a rest. I think I'm going to take a nap.
A nap?
A nap!
Oh, we've overdone it.
Oh, I shall go mad.
Oh, be off the two of you. I can't have you both chattering here.
Oh, but Father, you're not going to sleep.
That's the idea.
But you can't.
Can't I? When you two clear off, I'll have a damn good try.
But you mustn't.
Mustn't? Why not? Pray.
The doctor said so.
The doctor?
He said that you weren't to sleep in the daytime, and especially not when you wanted to.
Why ever not?
It's very dangerous.
Dangerous.
Dangerous?
You might never wake up.
Never.
Never wake up!
That's what the doctor said. I heard him telling you. Now, don't be frightened. Try and sit up a bit. Out.
Now, Father, you had something to say to me.
Something to say to you.
Yes, something important. What is it?
Oh, you're quite right. My memory's going. I don't remember.
God help us all.
Oh, but you sent for me.
I sent for you.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Now I remember. Oh, what a fright you've given me.
Oh, Father, well.
Oh, yes. I have news for you.
News?
Yes, you've been asked in marriage.
Oh, well, who would have thought it? That? No. I don't believe it. You're making it up.
I'm not making this up.
Asked in marriage.
You laugh. You like the idea, find it amusing. Oh, well, it's only natural. You're growing up.
Oh, Father, even if I wasn't, I'm your daughter and I should obey you.
Oh, yes, you are, and I'd see to that. Still, it makes it easier for me.
For you?
Yes, you're Stepmother wanted to make a nun of you, sent you to a convent.
A nun?
Yes, you and your little sister.
But why?
No doubt she had her reasons.
But I put my foot down. And to stop any unpleasantness, I've arranged to have you married as soon as possible.
Oh, Monsieur Argan, this is the best, the wisest thing you've ever done. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Now, what can I do for you? What about a little drop of medicine?
Medicine? What for?
To celebrate. Which?
The nastiest.
What?
You say that always does you the most good.
Oh no, give him the nicest and a double dose. Oh, Father, I'm so grateful.
Well, I'm glad you are. From what they tell me, once you set your eyes on him, you will be well satisfied.
Oh, I shall.
What's all this? Why are you so certain you'll be well satisfied? Now, daughter, tell me why you're so certain you will be so well satisfied.
Well, you see, Father, it just so happens that quite by chance we met.
You've met.
In company.
Hold your tongue. What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
We looked at one another.
Looked at one another. Did neither speak, neither say a word.
Only a few.
What sorts of words?
A greeting and a goodbye.
Oh, well, I see no harm in that. Well, I'm glad you're satisfied. They say he's very handsome.
Oh, I've never seen a man who's half so handsome.
And clever with it.
I've never met a man who's half so clever.
Well, he must be clever if he knows how to talk Latin and Greek.
Latin and Greek?
Yes.
Oh, he never told me that.
He never told you that. You surprise me. You meet in good company. You say, hello, and you say, oh, goodbye. And he never once told you he spoke Latin and Greek. Still, you might have guessed.
Yes.
If he's just taking his doctor's degree, he must know to talk Latin and Greek.
Doctor's degree.
Yes.
A doctor.
Yes.
Father, are you sure? Who told you?
Of course my doctor, Dr. Purgon.
Dr. Purgon. Does Dr. Purgon know him?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. What a silly question. Dr. Purgon not know his own nephew.
Cleante, Dr. Purgon's nephew?
Cleante. Cleante. Who's Cleante, if you please? Cleante. 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 No, I don't know him. I'm talking of the man you're going to marry.
And so am I.
I know it. You're not talking of the same young man.
Oh, yes, I am.
But who? Who are you talking of?
Why, young Thomas Diaforus, son of the great Dr. Diaforus.
Oh,
That young booby!
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 Now will you be quiet?
And let you play havoc with your daughter's life, not me!
Not you, indeed. And what does it have to do with you? Answer me that. No, I'm not going to talk to you, nor will I listen.
You can't help it. You're not deaf, not yet.
Oh, aren't I? Well, we'll see about that. There, now you can talk your head off.
Oh, Monsieur Argan, dear Monsieur Argan!
I can't hear a word you're saying. And don't call me dear.
Oh, he's impossible, the silly old idiot.
Silly old idiot.
What possessed you to arrange a senseless marriage?
Senseless? I've never done anything so sensible in all my life, and I'm going to tell you what. No, I'm not. I'm not talking to you. And I'll talk to my daughter. Daughter, if there's any pity in you, any compassion, you'll understand that I do my best to bear my ill health. But I need attention, constant attention. And by this marriage, I shall have a doctor in the family. And his father is a doctor, and his uncle a doctor. And they won't want paying, or at least half price.
So you sacrifice your daughter?
Sacrifice? What meanness of spirit and what a little mind you have. Are you quite incapable of taking the larger view? I'm giving my daughter the chance to be unselfish, and all the rewards of that within this life and the next.
And you're not even ill.
Me? Not ill. Can I believe my ears?
What is wrong with you?
Everything. I'm wrong from head to foot.
Listen, I don't know about your feet, but I agree with your head. There's something wrong with that.
Oh, I shall have a stroke.
No. Not till this is settled. All right. You're ill.
Yes.
Very ill.
Yes, very ill.
On your last legs.
What?
So when you're dead and buried, what good thing going to do your daughter to be married to a doctor?
Oh, don't listen to her. This is a good marriage. Thomas is his only son. He has no mother. He'll inherit all of his father's money. Why, last year he made 20,000 crowns.
He must have killed an awful lot of people and made all that.
Oh. Now see what you've done. Have you no consideration for your mistress and my daughter?
Now we're alone, I can say this. You and put this marriage right out of your head.
Oh, how dare you!
She'll never marry him.
Oh, yes, she will. She'll have to.
Have to?
Or else I'll do...
Else what?
Or else I'll do as my wife has always wanted. And she'll be in a convent before she can turn around.
You wouldn't do that.
Who'd stop me?
You stopped yourself. You wouldn't have the heart.
You don't know me.
Oh, yes, I do. And strange as it may seem, I really don't think you're a bad man. You're very silly.
Stop.
And you're difficult,
Yes.
but you're not wicked and cruel.
I am wicked and cruel. Oh, what am I saying? Get out. Get out of my sight.
And let me tell you this. If she obeys you, I'll disinherit her.
Disinherit?
Yes.
What have you got to leave?
Nothing. And she won't get a penny of it.
Oh. Oh, wife. Why?
Husband,
My dear.
my love.
Sweetheart.
Pettykins, what is it? What's the matter?
It's her.
Who?
Toinette.
Toinette?
Yes.
What's she been doing?
Nothing.
Nothing.
She does everything I don't want and nothing that I do.
Oh, that's bad.
It's worse. She keeps on telling me I'm not ill.
That's ridiculous.
It is, isn't it? Oh, but I'll tell you this. If she goes on telling me I'm not ill, it'll be the death of me.
Well, I'll speak to her. Toinette! Toinette!
Toinette!
Come here!
You will get rid of her.
Well, we'll see.
No! Send her away at once!
But servants are hard to come by. They're so scarce and in such demand they can behave exactly as they like and make their own terms.
Shocking state of affairs. I don't know what this world is coming to.
But we've got to live in it. Of course, I could send her away.
Yes, you must.
But of course, then you'd have no one to look after you.
No one to look after me.
You'd have to look after yourself.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Well, there you are.
Madame Gall.
Now, what's this all about?
Madame, what's what about?
You've upset your master.
Upset the master?
Yes.
Me?
Yes, you?
Oh, no! There's a mistake! It was a breakfast tray!
He's very angry.
I don't know why he should be. I do my best for him.
What's she saying? I can't hear. I bet she's telling a whole lot of lies.
He's been in one of his moods.
But what's been happening?
Speak up, girl. Speak up.
Well, first, he told me how he intended to give his eldest daughter in marriage to the young Thomas, the son of the great Dr. Diaforus.
Yes.
And I also ventured to say that I thought it'd be better to send her to a convent.
And what did he say to that?
He didn't like it. And when I reminded him that that was what you wanted, he flew into a rage.
What's she saying?
And she's very sorry, Pettykins, and she'll never be rude to you again.
Never. Good. Glad to hear it. Never. Not till the next time.
No, now don't be naughty. Oh, you are in a pickle. Now let's straighten you up a bit. And look at that nightcap.
I can't. I haven't got eyes on the top of my head.
Put it on properly. Pull it down over your forehead. Further. Further. That's better. It's a way to catch a cold, letting the air in through your ears. Now sit up a moment. Ugh. Keep your back comfortable. To keep your feet warm.
And this to keep your mouth shut.
What is it now?
She wants to kill me!
Kill you?
Suffocate me, smother me to death!
Oh, you mustn't let yourself get so excited. It's very bad for you.
Yes, it is.
You haven't the strength.
No, I haven't.
A great baby, that's what you are. Throwing your things about. But what a darling baby.
Oh, you're such a comfort for me. What can I do for you?
Oh, nothing. Just be yourself. There's nothing I want from you other than that. And well, you know it, don't you?
Yes.
And you're not to worry about anything. Not anything.
No.
Not about Toinette, nor Angelique, nor little Louise. And above all, my precious, you're not to worry about me.
You? But why should I worry about you?
And especially my darling husband. I'm anxious you should never worry your poor dear head again, not ever again, of what we were speaking of last night.
Last night? What were we speaking of last night?
Oh, well, there you are. You've forgotten already. Thank
No.
heaven for that.
No, see, you must remind me my memory's going and it frightens me, so you must tell me.
No, please don't ask me. I can't bear even to think about it.
Oh, that makes it worse. It must have been important.
No, it wasn't. At least not to me.
Was it to me?
You seem to think so.
Oh, you know you could die from losing your memory. I had a friend went right to his death, a screaming lunatic, and it began like this, forgetting things, so I must remember. Oh, I've forgotten what it is I'm trying to remember.
It was only something you said to me last night.
But what?
You said there was something you could do for me.
Yes, go on.
Oh, I'd rather not.
Now, go on!
You said... But never mind.
But what did I say?
You said you wanted to make a new will and leave everything to me.
Oh, yes, of course, I remember. And I said you must find a lawyer.
Yes,
And you must, my dear, and sometime soon.
I have.
You have?
I brought him back with me.
Brought him back.
He's here.
Here? Where?
Just outside the door.
Oh, bring him in. Oh.
Monsieur Bonnefoy,
Madam.
please come in.
Oh, there you are. Very good of you to come. Very nice to see you. Sit down. Make yourself comfortable. My wife tells me you're a very clever lawyer. Good gracious me, dear, what is it?
No, it's unkind of you to force this on me.
Unkind?
Dear lady, I appreciate your feelings, and so without doubt does your good man. But you must be brave.
No.
You must be unselfish. After all, we're doing this for him. But to put his mind at ease. An uneasy mind is the worst possible thing for us, an invalid.
That's true. That's very true.
Oh, this is a painful subject. Even a lawyer has a heart and realizes that. And for that reason, I suggest the sooner we get this matter settled, the better for all of us.
Oh, please do settle it between you two as quickly as possible.
That's well said. Now, Monsieur Argan, this morning your wife called upon me, very diffidently, if I may say so, but if I may hazard a guess, interpreting your wishes very faithfully, that you desire to make a final will, leaving everything to her.
This is so.
That raises a problem.
What?
You have, I understand, 2 daughters living by a former marriage.
I have.
Well, while they're alive, and unless some way they have renounced their rights, it isn't possible to leave everything on your deceased all to your wife.
Is it possible? Why not?
It's against the law.
I don't believe it. I want another opinion.
No! Not another opinion. Things would drag on. If you can't leave me anything, what does it matter? Oh, I don't want your money while I've got you. And where you go, I don't care what happens to me.
Oh, this is terrible.
If I may say so, Monsieur Argan, I think your wife unquestionably right. Another opinion would inevitably mean that you would never be able to, on your deceased, leave everything to your good lady.
Outrageous!
On the other hand,
What?
I'm here to help you, not to obstruct.
Go on.
In our profession, monsieur, there are certain few whose respect for the law is immeasurable, whose knowledge of it is encyclopedic, men of honor, integrity.
Of whom Monsieur Bonnefoy is one.
I thank you. For us the law is sacred, inviolable, not to be touched, but it can be eluded.
Eluded?
Let me enlarge.
Oh.
When we are confronted with the law's great edifice, majestic, immovable, there, standing right in front of the path that we, and some distinguished clients, wish to travel, do we run our heads against it? Oh, by no means. First we bow to show our respect, then find our way around, over, or under it.
Right as usual, my dear, a clever lawyer.
Now to my point, Monsieur Argan. Since you are unable to leave everything to her on your decease, well, what of it? You give it to her now.
Now?
A deed of gift.
A deed of gift? Well, this this wants thinking over.
I warrant you nothing that wants thinking over. You can proceed if you wish it so, step by step. You can leave your wife now some trifling sum, or a considerable sum, or everything.
No, that was more than I could bear. I'd rather follow you into the next world and care for you there as I have done in this.
Well, my dear love, have you ever seen anything like it?
Never!
I find it extraordinary the way she loves me, don't you think?
Quite extraordinary.
I find it deeply touching. The way she loves me. Dear wife!
Oh, dear husband!
My dear good people! What, such grief is premature. These tears are unreasonable. And please, consider this. If the bare thought of death were to be a cause for weeping, the human race would cry from dawn to night, and every living moment would be bathed in tears. No, we must keep dry eyes, clear heads, and make proper provision for the future. More when the time arrives, and not before. And not for too long after.
Ooh, this fellow's common sense should shame the two of us. Proper provision, yes. Now, let me think. In the bedroom, under the bed in a locked box, I've 20,000 francs.
Oh, no, I beg you keep it. I'll not take it from you. How much did you say?
20,000 and 2 bills payable to Parham.
I couldn't bear to touch them. How much are they worth?
One's for 4,000 and the other's for 6. Now, come with me, bring a pen, I'll sign the deed of gift.
Congratulations!
And in your debt.
Oh, we can arrange that later.
Hey! Where you going to? Come and help me with the wardrobe, Joe! I have, for I'm not myself, and I don't love Angelica.
Not love her? What are you saying? Oh, my poor mistress!
I don't love her because I've never even seen her.
Never seen her? Oh, but you're a raving man.
I'm her music master.
Music master?
Actually, her assistant music master.
What are you talking about?
Her music master has been called out of Paris for a while, and he asked me to take his place.
Do you know him?
No. But if I had known him, he would have asked me.
You're a cool one. Someone told me it's Miss Argan. Ooh, keep on this at a moment. I'll tell you who you are. Great guy, please. Monsieur.
Shh. My doctor told me to take 12 paces up and down the room 2 times a day. And I forgot to ask him which way, the length or the breadth of it. Silly of me, I'll find out later on today. Until then, I'll take 6 across this way. And 6 across over this.
Monsieur? Monsieur!
What? You should know better never to speak loudly in a sick room. Almost gave me a heart attack. Great, now I've lost count, and I better start again. What? What? What is it? Speak up, girl, I can't hear a word!
Something to tell you!
Another time, I'm busy.
But, Monsieur, listen.
What was that? What? Dear Monsieur Argan, let me present myself. But first, let me tell you what a great joy it is and overwhelming privilege to meet you. And I declare, looking at the picture of heaven. Oh.
Young sir, are you out of your senses or are you blind? My master's ill and looks it. And when a man is quarreling, very quarreling, it is of little comfort to be told you're well. Mind you, he eats and sleeps and gets about much like the rest of us. But it does prevent him from being very ill. If you have any respect for age and suffering, look closer.
Oh, dear Monsieur Argan, I ask your pardon. Indeed, I have been blind. All my perceptions dulled by the occasion, but now, looking closer, I can see. Ugh. Yes, the cruel ravages of long, ill health. But I see more than that. Yes, so much more. All the courage and the patience and the endurance with which you bear it. What an example to us all. This fellow knows what he... This fellow knows... This fellow knows what he's talking about. Who is he? What's his name? My name is of no matter, but my errand cannot wait. What? Only an hour ago, I received a most urgent message. Message? Who from? Your daughter's music master. Her music master? He himself has been summoned to Italy to give some concerts there. Indeed. And as I am his partner and his closest friend, he asked me to take his place and most especially begged me to come here. I may say it has not been easy. I've had to disappoint some very distinguished pupils of my own as well as put aside an operetta I've been working at.
Well, I must say.
But he insisted. She was, he told me, not only his favorite pupil, but his most apt. In her studies, he impressed upon me. Must not be interrupted for a day, not even an hour.
And of course, this is the hour for her lesson.
That is so, when he spoke of her so enthusiastically with such glowing terms that I myself can hardly wait to see her. Go and fetch her.
Well, hadn't I better take him to her room?
No, certainly not.
How can he teach her anything with you looking on?
Oh, nonsense.
It might be too exciting for you. You ought to be rested.
Oh, it will do me good. I'm very fond of music. So go and fetch her.
I'll prepare for the shock of seeing you. Ow! We're running too late! I want to see you!
Young daughter, there's a man here who very much wants to meet you.
A young man wants to meet me.
Yes, he says he's your music master. I gather it's the time for your musical lesson.
My music lesson.
Yes, and young man, here's the woman you so much want. Where's he going? Hey! What are you doing back there? Are these the manners of a music master? Come and present yourself!
You! Mistress!
What's all this? Why have you all lost your tongues? Will someone please explain?
This is the strangest thing that's ever happened to me.
Strange? Your music master? What's strange about him?
Last night I had a dream that I was being taken to some sort of prison. It was a life sentence I was being taken to, and suddenly and quite unexpectedly, someone so very like this gentleman came and rescued me. So vivid was the dream that I woke up thinking of him, and in fact I was thinking of him as I came into this room.
Young men in her dreams, I would call it decent.
And I am happy that I can tell you, Monsieur, to have been in your daughter's thoughts, sleeping or waking. And she could be assured, should the occasion arise, that I had come to her rescue, even as in her dreams.
Oh, that's the front door, but that's probably young Thomas and his dad, Dr. Diaforus. Bring him in. If it's anyone else, you send them away. I'm arranging for my daughter to be married, and he's bringing the boy here for the first time.
I'm most fortunate to be present.
Will her music master be back in Paris for the wedding?
Very unlikely.
Well, then you better come. We may want some music.
I thank you. Since I set eyes on her, to be present at her wedding was something I had set my heart on.
Well,
Bill!
where are they?
Come outside in the passage.
In the past, what are they doing?
Well, what do doctors do? They're practicing.
Practicing what?
Don't ask me some kind of play acting.
Play acting?
Sounded like it. The young one spilling his head off, and the old one listening with both ears. Oh, Monsieur Argan, what a choice you made! That old Diaforus, what a man! And that young son of his? There's not like his throughout the whole of Paris! There couldn't be. Oh, mistress, will you see him? There'll be no further doubt. The moment you set eyes on him, your mind will be made up. You'll know your future and what a husband is in store for you.
Well, I'm glad you realized it. Oh, there they are! Oh,
Monsieur Argan, there you are. My dear good lucky daughter.
Oh,
It's such a delight to see you.
I
As
want
I
to
was
tell
saying,
you.
I beg your pardon.
No, not at all. Don't mention it.
As I was saying, I desire to let you know
Yes, and I wanted to tell you.
that the two of us, my son and I,
Yes, the two of us, my daughter and myself.
come here in great delight.
And with what joy we welcome you.
Yes, my
My
son
daughter,
and
let
I
me
wish to
realize
assure
that
you that we
you
do
all
realize the
your
great
attention
honor
all
you
in
bring us
this
by this
way.
time. And on all matters pertaining to our profession
like this
offenses, we are, as in all
in the very
else, always
bosom of our
and entirely yours to serve.
circle.
Is it my turn now?
Yes,
The old boy first?
yes.
Father! My new father! For that is the title by which I shall know you from henceforth. But how much more you are to me than my real father. He begot
No.
me, as I'm the fruit of his body. But you chose me. I'm the offspring of your mind. As the mind is much stronger than the body, so of my two fathers you must, and shall always, take his place.
All right, up to you.
Eh?
Very good, but you haven't finished.
I know that! Don't hurry me. It's one word. Now shall I do the next?
Yes.
Do I kiss her to start with?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Mother! My new mother!
That's not my wife you're speaking to.
Oh. Well, where's she? Who? Your old woman.
Oh, she'll be along in a moment.
Oh. Shall I wait for her?
No, say your piece to your betrothed.
Ah, yes.
Your wife to be.
Oh, yes. How does it begin?
Memnon.
Eh?
Even as the statue of Memnon.
Ah, yes. Dear, gracious lady.
Tomas! Don't be silly.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Dear gracious lady, even as a statue of Memnon is said to emit beautiful sounds when warmed by the rays of the sun, so I, when kindled by the burning splendor of your loveliness, am constrained to give vent to your praises.
Charming, charming, charming. Charming!
And as the exquisite flower known as heliotrope, so the naturalist informs us, turns its face always towards the sun.
What?
Sun.
Oh.
So, from this moment, my whole being will be drawn towards those two twins of loveliness, your eyes.
Thank you very much.
Don't interrupt! There's more! Grant me then, upon the altar of your radiance, offer you my heart, bereft of all desires but the desire to please, humbly, obediently, willingly for the remainder of my earthly life and beyond to be your slave and husband.
Well, it only shows
Shows what?
what an education does for a man.
Yes, indeed.
You agree?
My dear Monsieur, if his speeches or anything like his prescriptions, no illness would stand a chance.
Oh, there, Doctor, you heard. We all congratulate you, especially my daughter and myself. Such a husband and such a son and what?
My dear and honored friend, I thank you. And if you allow me to say so, it is not merely because I am his father that I admit good reason to be well pleased and proud of him. Everyone who has had anything to do with him realizes that he is a young man in which there is nothing, absolutely nothing, nothing at all with which one can find fault. You will no doubt find it difficult to believe that he is not a young man in which he should not be called a bright child. He never mixed with other children, never played childish games, he never understood the rules, they were beneath him. We had the greatest difficulty in teaching him to read, and when he could, he wouldn't.
You don't say so. You must have been anxious.
On the contrary, I was overjoyed.
Overjoyed?
To fashion a figure of clay is a matter of moments, but to carve it from wood or hew it from stone takes time.
Yes, yes, of course, takes time.
But which lasts longer?
Oh, which indeed?
Or is of the greater worth? A tree that takes its time in growing bears the finest fruit.
How true, how very true.
When I realized he was slow of imagination, ponderous in his thinking, I knew that when he made his judgments, they would be weighty. And indeed they are. Once his mind is made up, nothing can shift him. At college, he overcame all opposition by ignoring it. In medicine especially, the accumulated wisdom of the past is like a mighty rock. My son has become a part of it, a limpet on its surface. Nothing can budge him. He has no use for all the ideas and theories of the present, regarding them as he did the childish games of his boyhood beneath his notice. He does not so much stand aloof from his fellows as tower above them.
And no doubt with your immense influence, you'll get him some splendid position, perhaps even on the court, where he'll have the great ones of the land under his care.
In my experience, to attend on the greatest is not always the most satisfying way of practicing our profession. To practice in less exalted circles is more rewarding.
You surprise me. How so?
It's very simple. When the great ones of the world fall ill and sent for us, they expect to be cured. Thomas! You've forgotten something.
What?
The court!
Oh, Jiminy, yes! I've got a surprise for you. A wedding present. Tomorrow afternoon, you're to come with me to the hospital and watch me dissect A body.
A body? A dead body?
Oh, yes, quite dead up, but fresh.
Oh, God. Oh, yes, and that reminds me. Music master, I need to entertain my guests. I'd like my daughter to sing for them. See to it. At your service, monsieur. I have come prepared.
What?
For you to sing.
But I can't sing.
Now, my dear pupil, please, no modesty. And for me, as I should know, you have the most beautiful voice I've ever heard. And as to its use, you're learning, and very quickly. But as an obedient daughter, if I may make so bold, it behooves you to show your father his guest, and indeed, your teacher how you'll progress.
But what am I to sing?
I have it here. Ooh. A duet. No need for diffidence. I shall sing with you. And as is well known, those that teach singing can never sing themselves.
From what you tell us, this isn't going to be very good.
That will be for you, monsieur, to judge. This, monsieur, is a most unusual composition. It is designed especially for beginners and teachers who can't sing. It is, as it were, a kind of improvisation. It may be sung or intoned in a kind of recitative. Ooh, a very valuable accomplishment. So, the duet to speak, sing, or intone to each other as the spirit moves them.
Sounds a bit of a jumble, but go on.
Here's your box.
This? There's nothing.
Nothing that you can't manage. Now, let me set the scene. You must imagine then that I am a shepherd.
An old shepherd hair?
A young one.
Your own age?
Exactly my own age. And your daughter, monsieur, you must imagine, is a shepherdess. Now, it so happened that the shepherd, whom I represent, went to the performance of a mask. And the shepherdess, as it turned out, you must realize that such things happen in plays seldom in real life, was there too. She was there, might I add, under the protection of an older woman.
Her aunt?
Well, extraordinary. Perhaps you know the story.
I know the beginning of it. I don't know what comes next or how it ends.
It was indeed her aunt.
And in the story, didn't the shepherd know the aunt?
Now, it has so happened that the shepherd knew the aunt. Poetic license is what they call it. It's necessary for the plot. Thus, he was able to present himself. And the shepherd and shepherdess came face to face, and he saw before him not a shepherdess, but a young goddess. And the mask no longer held the slightest interest in him, yet it was too far short, for the end of it meant the parting of his beloved. And when he returned to his home, there was no thought in him except how he could see his love once again.
What happened to the sheep?
The shepherd and the shepherdess whom the poets write of have no sheep.
Then why are they called shepherds?
Or what else would you call it?
Master, you mustn't interrupt. Poor shepherd. What did he do?
She was so well guarded, he could do nothing. And then the fates dealt him a dreadful blow. There was a friend of hers.
A shepherdess too?
No, something of a country bumpkin. But with a heart of gold and with her wits about her.
Yes.
And she sent him a message that his goddess was to be married to another.
Ooh, that cooked his goose.
By no means, for by that time she was as necessary to him as the air he breathed. He was in love. He was in despair. And those two together could breed a reckless courage, putting aside the shepherd's garments, so that he was, as it were, disguised. He went into the girl's home.
Oh, did he? Oh, that young dog, I'd have given him what for.
I've no doubt you would. But he was desperate. Besides, he had to find out if the girl loved him as he loved her, and what was best to do. It is at this point that the composition, the improvisation begins. For from now, the feelings are too deep to be expressed, otherwise than in music. He expresses his thoughts and feelings, hopes and fears, and she answers. What? Oh! Dearest shepherdess, I adore you. I never shepherd was so true. Tell me, I implore you. Do you love me? Love me, dearest. I love you.
Faithful shepherd without deceiving, if quite true
you were so well gifted. Singing and reading outside, oh, remarkable.
But as I told you, monsieur, she is the most apt of all my pupils. And now, as the plot unfolds, and as they love each other, what? She is betrothed to another.
Ooh, very awkward for them.
As you so wisely say, good monsieur.
Normal? Ridiculous. Damn thing's broken. Not to be trusted. Nothing's to be trusted. Nothing. And nobody. Monsters. I better check my pulse. Oh, my poor heart. There must be something wrong with it. Oh, very queer. I can't find this one. Oh, but this is the one young Thomas couldn't find. And he knows his business. Oh, this must be very bad for him. This one's galloping like a racehorse, and here, nothing. I'm all lopsided.
Husband, there's something going on here in this house that's very wrong.
No need to tell me that.
No, it's something more than wrong.
I'm very much afraid you may be right.
No, it's dangerous.
Dangerous, good God, send for the doctor.
Husband, if you please, listen to this.
Listen to my pulse. Thump, 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 thump. Ow.
Just now, upstairs, walking along the passage, I passed your daughter's door.
Which one? Which daughter? Which door? Angelica or little Louise?
Angelique, of course. I stood there, thunderstruck. Oh, what do you think I had?
How should I know?
Voices!
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 You stood outside Angelique's door and you heard voices.
That's what I'm telling you.
Well, what's wrong with that? What did you expect to hear?
Not a man's voice.
Merciful heaven! What was he saying?
I couldn't hear, so I opened the door and went in. Oh, and what do you think I saw?
I wish you'd tell me, dear one, and stop asking me all these questions.
Kneeling before your daughter was a young man, her hands in his, and he was kissing them.
Kissing her hands?
Yes.
Disgusting. Who was he?
I don't know.
What didn't you ask?
He gave me no chance. I stood there by the open door. Angelique looked up and saw. She snatched her hands from his and gave a cry.
I'm not surprised.
The young man turned and saw me, leapt from his knees, pushed past me at the door, ran along the passage, bounded down the stairs, and has just left this house.
What did Angelique say?
I didn't wait to ask. I've come straight to you. She's your daughter. You must deal with her!
Oh, this couldn't have happened to me at a worse time with one pulse functioning and all.
Pulse or no pulse, my dear. You must do your duty.
Duty.
Of course.
Well, if you put it like that, bring her to me.
She'd only lie to you. I've got a better plan.
What?
Your younger daughter.
Little Louise? What's she to do with it?
Sitting in that same room in a corner, as quiet and as demure as if she were in church, was Louise.
Was she indeed? Splendid.
Are you out of your mind?
Surprisingly, with all I have to bear, I'm not.
Husband, I don't understand you.
You will in a moment, but first tell me this plan of yours.
Whatever Angelique is up to, and she's up to something, Louise knows of it. Angelique isn't afraid of you, and Louise is. You're much more likely to get the truth from her.
You're always right, my dear, but this time you're more right than you may know. Now I'll tell you something. I'm not quite such an old fool as I may look.
Darling, I'm sure you're not. You couldn't be.
Bless you for that. Well, I had an idea Angelique might try to run away or be up to some mischief, which, as you say, she is. So I told Louise to keep an eye on her.
You did?
I did, to watch and listen and come and report to me.
If that's so, so much the better. But if she's deceiving you...
Louise deceiving me? Oh, ridiculous. She wouldn't dare. Never fear, I'll get the truth out of her, even if I have to terrify it out of her. Although she's my own daughter, my own flesh and blood, she'll rule the day that she was born. So go and fetch her.
I'll send her to you.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, little Louise. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like this one bit. I need something. What? Something for my... something for my heart? To stop it beating? Yes, I think that's what I want. No, I mustn't get out of control. A nervous strain, that's what this is. A nervous strain of the good health. Nervous strain of good health. Oh, I mustn't get out of control. After all, this is anything that would upset anybody. Good health, I think that's what I want. Oh. Oh. Oh, here she comes! Come in. What are you doing there? I said come in. I say, come in. Here, here, here. In front of me. There, that's better. Now, hold your head up. What have you got to tell me?
To tell you, Father?
Yes.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Think again, or what would be the words for you. You have something to tell me, and I want to hear it.
If you like, I can tell you the story of the Raven and the Fox. Or the ass's skin. I know that one by heart.
I'll give you ass's skin and a sore one. Now listen. Didn't I tell you to watch Angelica?
Yes.
And have you?
Have I what?
Oh. Have you watched Angelica?
Oh, yes, yes, I have.
And have you seen anything unusual?
No.
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 Oh, this is monstrous. Only a moment ago, your stepmother came in and said that she was in your sister's room. And that you were there too.
Yes.
And there was a man kissing Angelique.
Yes.
Isn't that unusual?
No. Anyhow, I didn't see him.
You didn't see him?
No. I shut my eyes.
No! What were they saying?
I didn't hear.
Why not?
They were whispering.
This is enough. This is more than enough. You're lying, and you must be Parham.
No!
Yay!
Oh, my dear
Oh,
Father!
don't you dare follow me.
That was my sister!
What?
She made me promise not to tell you, but I will. I'll tell you everything.
Oh, yes, yes, you will, but only after you've been pardoned. Yes. You are my daughter, and I have a duty towards you. To lie is very wicked! And if I don't punish you, heaven will. So this is something you should be grateful for. Turn around. Bend over. Oh, for heaven's sake, don't make that bow!
Hardly touch me! You can't kill me! I think I'm going to faint! Everything's getting dark! I think I'm dying!
Dying?
Yes! And I hope I am!
Louise! Louise! Louise? Oh! God forgive me! I didn't know my own strength, that's what it was. Oh, God forgive me. For I will never forgive myself.
It's all right, Father. You didn't cry. I'm not quite dead.
Oh, what a frightening human! You're not pretending. You're not being artful.
I'm going up again.
No, sweet Louise! Oh, sweet daughter
know?
Oh, yes. I am. Well, I was sitting in my sister's room alone, and a man came in.
What sort of man?
Oh, he was young and very handsome.
What did you do?
I asked him who he was. He said he was her music master.
Oh, that fellow again! And then?
Angelique came in.
What did she say?
She said, "Oh my God, you, for heaven's sake, get out!"
Oh, she said that.
And then she added, "If you're found here, everything is over!" But he wouldn't go.
Wouldn't he? What did he say?
Oh, all sorts of things.
What sorts of things?
He said he loved her.
What more?
Nothing more.
You said he said all sorts of things.
He said he loved her in all sorts of ways. And then he went down on his knees and took her hands and kissed them. And stepmother came in. And then he jumped up and ran away.
Yes.
That's all.
That's all. But I know all that.
Then why did you ask?
The rest.
There isn't any more.
Louise, if you've been watching your sister as you say you have, and as I've asked you to, you know a lot more than you're letting on.
I told you all I know, Louise.
This little finger of mine knows everything.
Then why don't you ask it?
Very well, I guess I will. What? Louise, it's whispering to me that there are a whole lot of things you haven't told me. Oh, why would you do that?
Your little finger's
Oh.
wicked. Telling lies. I punished it.
Oh,
my dear fellow. Now let's have a look at you. Oh, but you look splendid. Great heavens, man, what are you doing with this thing? And why was little Louise running out of this room as if the devil himself were after her?
Brother, I'm very ill and weak, far too weak to talk.
Ill? But
Yes.
I came to propose a husband for Angelique.
The music master!
The music master? No, he's certainly not that. Though the young man I have in mind has many accomplishments. He's rich, handsome, well-connected, and loves Angelique. And what's even more important, she loves him.
Oh, those girls of mine, they'll drive me out of my mind.
I think they have.
What do you mean by that?
Just what I said. But I'm glad my visit has done you a bit of good.
What?
Well, you seem to be able to hear, and you've recovered your voice and a little strength. So, we'll discuss it further.
I'm afraid I must leave you.
Monsieur Argan?
Yes.
You've forgotten. You can't
What?
walk without your stick.
Oh, yes. Very clumsy of me.
Oh, Monsieur Beralde, thank God you come. You'll save my mistress, won't you?
Save her.
This marriage is tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
And she's being kept a prisoner upstairs.
A prisoner?
If there was only some way of putting it off.
Well, isn't there?
The only thing that would divert your brother's attention is a new illness and a new treatment. It's very drastic and urgent.
He shall have it.
Easy enough to say. All the doctors are on his side. They wouldn't help.
Then get a new one.
That's the only way.
Can't you get a hold of one?
I have a thought.
What is it?
It's quite mad. So am I. I hear him coming back. Oh, Monsieur Beralde, stay here and do your best. And above all, keep him in good temper. Leave the rest to me.
Can I give you a hand?
No, thank you. I can hit my sin.
Yes, you're not looking so well as I first thought you were. Oh, but you're a dear fellow, and I'm very fond of you. And surely two brothers can discuss family affairs quietly and reasonably without getting excited.
I shan't get excited.
Most certainly, nor shall I.
Our conversation seems likely to be an unexciting one.
But if I ask you a few questions, perhaps you'd answer them.
Why shouldn't I?
That's very good of you.
Yes, don't mention it.
Ah, but you've a heart of gold.
Gold? I doubt that. There is something wrong with it, but I doubt it's gold.
Such a wit. Now, dear brother, let me ask you this. Why, with all your money, are you marrying your daughter to a man she doesn't want?
To get myself a son-in-law who's useful to me.
Surely a strange reason.
Strange? What's strange about it? I should have called it eminently sensible.
Sensible.
That's what I say.
Forgive me, dear brother, if I seem slow-witted, but explain yourself.
He's a doctor. And his father is a doctor. And his uncle is a doctor. And in a case like mine, 3 doctors is better than 1.
Ah, I see.
I thought you would.
So I suppose when Louise comes of age, you'll marry her off to an apothecary?
My God, a good idea. I hadn't thought of that.
Really? You're impossible! Sacrificing your daughter to your ridiculous illnesses? You, the healthiest man I've ever known!
Me healthy?
Robust! I wish to God I had your constitution. Any other man with all your bleedings and purgings and heaven knows what else, emptying all those poisons into your body, corroding your wretched stomach. Any other man would have been dead years ago.
So you set yourself up against the accumulated wisdom of the age.
Bosh!
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 Oh, you're an arrogant idiot. You always were.
And you're a... No! I'll not lose my temper. I'll not quarrel with you. Brother, each one of us, waking or sleeping, walking or sitting, is a living miracle. And, like all miracles, we know nothing. But how the miracle works, we know nothing. Take this new theory that the blood circulates. Does it or doesn't it? Who knows and who will ever know?
You exaggerate. You always did.
Maybe. Maybe in years to come, hundreds of years, we may have more knowledge. And perhaps doctors would be of use, although I doubt it. But now it's guesswork. And their guesses alter every month.
Yet
they do more harm than good.
Yet when men are ill, they call a doctor.
My dear fellow, the great deceivers of the world begin by deceiving themselves. They have to, or they wouldn't be so good at it. And, as a matter of fact, I'm not alone in thinking as I do. You should come to the theater with me and see one of Moliere's plays on this same subject.
Moliere. Don't talk to me of Moliere, that rogue, that scribbling ass, that fool, writing his silly little plays against the art of medicine. I hope he will be punished. I know if he were sick and I were a doctor, I'd refuse to treat him.
Oh, brother, I don't think that would worry old Moliere. Why, just the other day, I was sitting at his house, and he said to me, I wish I hadn't got to act tonight. I don't feel well. Then why don't you see a doctor? Said his wife. A doctor, he replied. I shall never survive a doctor. I'm a sick man. I want all my strength just to keep alive. Oh, heavens alive! Who's that?
My apothecary.
Now, monsieur, if you please.
Yes, I'll be with you in a moment. Now, dear brother, I'm afraid I must ask you to retire.
To retire?
Yes, that's what I said. To leave us alone.
But I haven't said half of what I came to say.
Most unfortunate. Some other time.
Some other time may be too late.
What do you mean too late?
I came to talk about my niece's marriage, which I gather is to take place tomorrow.
Yes, quite right, tomorrow, so there's nothing to be said. It's just said.
So you're behaving so disgracefully.
Can I believe my ears?
I doubt it. You're so hard of hearing, so let me repeat. You're behaving so disgracefully, with such utter selfishness, with such wanton, unnatural, unfatherly cruelty that you dare not even speak about it.
Dare not!
Just what I said. It's not your hearing that you've lost, dear brother, but your conscience.
Oh, you don't know what you're talking about!
How can you say that when you won't even listen to me?
Oh! In front of my apothecary, come on. Have you no family feeling?
Ask him to go.
Sir!
Send him away.
I beg
Sir, treatment, brother. Have it this evening or tomorrow morning.
I take that very much amiss.
You can take it how you will.
I do not know who this gentleman is.
My brother.
I'm very sorry to hear that. Sir, I'm a very busy man. I cannot afford to waste my time like this.
Surely you're paid for it.
That's not the point.
I should have thought it was. Well, brother, am I right? Are you too utterly ashamed of what you're doing to hear me out?
Of course I'm not.
Then prove it to me, or show yourself a coward as well as a heartless parent.
Good Master Apothecary, you hear some of the time in an hour, or a half an hour, or in a few minutes.
I dare not think what Dr. Purgon will say to this.
Dr. Purgon? But how should he know?
He's at your front door.
At my front door?
In his carriage. He drove me here and said he'd wait for me. And if I know Dr. Purgon, and I do, you'll be hearing more of this. Good day.
What have I done? What have you made me do?
Postpone what I should imagine the most unsavory experience.
Oh, but you have the apothecary. What if Dr. Purgon should be angry?
Why should he be? And indeed, what if he is? You've only put off one of his incessant treatments for an hour, add something to his bill, then drive away Apothecary, Sir Angelica to plague some other credulous idiot. Now, about Angelica.
Dr. Purgon wishes a word with you.
Oh, no. What?
No, Monsieur Argan! It's you who are to blame!
Yes, very much to blame, and I'm so sorry!
And well you may be! It was a special and most extraordinary mixture, never before administered to any living thing. It came to me in one of the long watches of the night, one of my inspirations, and I arose and prepared it for you with my own hands! Oh, you may well groan. Every separate ingredient was to have an effect on your every ailment. It was to have cleansed your entire system at one squirt! One squirt! One squirt! I sent out my apothecary at the appointed moment, and he returned to me the syringe unemptied, bought of my errand of mercy, and that constitutes not only a mortal insult to me personally, but to the entire medical faculty! You have broken a sacred obligation, the unquestioning obedience between a patient and his physician.
What?
That is rebellion! The revolt of ignorance against authority. And in medicine, as in society, such acts must bring chaos and disaster. They cannot be tolerated. They Mercy! I'm done with you. And so believe me when they hear of this, have all my fellows. No! I wash my hands of you and leave you to your fate, which I may tell you. I do not envy you. In a short while from now, probably in a matter of hours, you will fall into a state of apapsia! From that to eupapsia! From eupapsia to me-papsia! Then Brixie-papsia! Then in a condition of bracophilia-papsia! And when the dreaded poison has spread to your every organ, as it must, then you will die. And horribly. One thing more.
Oh, no more! You've killed me, isn't that enough? What?
And so that this parting should be absolutely final, here's the deed of gift I made in favor of my nephew's approaching marriage to your daughter. No! No. So this is farewell. I have nothing to leave you but my pity.
Oh, merciful heaven, that's it. I'm done for. I'm dying.
Oh, brother, don't be a fool.
All those pepsies, I can feel them coming in all big.
Oh, ridiculous. Old Purgon his threats have as much chance of killing us as medicines have of curing you. Now is your chance to rid yourself of doctors once and for all.
No. I must have a doctor to look after me.
Oh, ridiculous. No. Oh, brother, what was I saying? I was forgetting.
What?
Of course you must have a doctor.
Why? Am I looking ill?
Terrible.
Oh, good God.
But now we must find you a new one. One who must make some new and drastic remedies for you and not waste a moment of time.
Yes, but where will we find when they stick together like the leeches that they are? There's not one dare offend old Purgon.
Monsieur Argan, the doctor below was called to see you.
What was that?
A doctor come to see you.
What's his name?
I have an idea.
What's he want?
He wouldn't tell me.
Well,
He was very urgent.
urgent?
That he must see you. He's come to Paris from abroad, especially to visit you.
Very strange.
Stranger than that.
Stranger than what?
You won't believe, Monsieur Argan. No, you, Monsieur Beralde.
I'm sure I shan't.
I opened the door to him, and there he stood. If I know my mother didn't have two of us at once, I could have sworn he was my twin.
Your twin?
About the same height, the same age, and as I stand here, the spitting image of me.
What? Well, bring him up.
Okay.
What do you think of it?
Oh, very mysterious.
Yes, well, we shall see.
We shall. But what?
And what of you, two gentlemen, as I may make so bold to ask, is the great and famous Monsieur Argan?
Me? But I'm not famous.
You will look to yourself. Whenever and wherever doctors are gathered to discuss their art, your case is open.
You don't say so.
So many ailments, so much disease. In one frail body, you are, good monsieur, medically speaking, the wonder of the age.
Ooh, good gracious me.
Only the other day, lecturing my students in Milan, I spent 3 hours on you. I know you inside out, from head to foot.
Well, very surprising. May I ask your name?
That I'm afraid I cannot tell you. My fame, like yours, is international. I have cured every known disease, as well as several others. If it were known that I was here, in Paris, I should be besieged by every known doctor, seeking my advice. And I'm only here for a few hours, quite incognito, especially to visit you.
Well, I'm sure I'm very honored.
extraordinary, most extraordinary.
May I ask what is extraordinary?
Your likeness to my maid.
Indeed!
Oh! Oh.
She herself said something to me about it when she let me in.
Brother, what do you say?
Yes. Yes, brother, I can see what you mean. There's some slight resemblance.
Slight resemblance, brother. It's remarkable.
Oh, brother, you're making yourself look ridiculous. Each one of us has a set of eyes, a nose, and a mouth. And if the eyes are something of the same color, the nose something of the same shape, the mouth something of the same size as in the face, why then all these similarities have some sort of likeness. Why then they could be, at first sight, surprising.
Brother, I don't know what you're talking about. This isn't a likeness. It's the same face. Out of my way. Want a closer look. Now, doctor, is that really what you say you are? Can you do me a favor?
I'm at your service, Monsieur Argan.
Come nearer.
I can see you quite well from here.
Yes, but I can't see you, and I want a closer look. Much closer.
If you'll excuse me, as I may be here a
Come to
little
see
while.
his coachman.
Is he coming back?
Of course, why shouldn't he?
Well, as that may be, and as you don't want me.
Ah, here, come back, stay here.
What for?
I'm getting to the bottom of all of these.
Oh, what?
This incredible likeness.
What? Didn't I tell you I couldn't believe my eyes?
And nor can I. So till he comes back, you stop where you are.
I got my work to do.
Oh, never mind your work.
But I'm cooking your dinner.
Oh, that can wait.
Can it? You won't get any dinner. It'll burn.
Let it burn.
You know, I think that while Toinette is here, he won't come back at all.
Really, Monsieur Beralde? What makes you say that?
Get me a glass of water.
Yes, I'll get you one.
Where are you going? I said a glass of water. From my table.
Oh!
Now, where are my drawers?
I've got them, in the kitchen!
No, I've got them here.
Oh!
He seems to be taking his time.
I know what's happened.
What?
He's lost.
Lost?
In this great rambling house, he'd never find your room. He's probably roaming about in the passages. I'll go and find him!
Ah, here, come back. Stay
Really,
here.
brother, she may be right. And if you lose this doctor, your last chance is gone.
Oh, all right. But I won't let you leave this room unless you swear to me that if you find him, you come back with him.
Oh, yes, I'll swear to that! Oh, thank you so much. I am relieved to see you. I came to find you, so I thought you might be lost. Indeed, I was. Very fine. So many passages. I thought I'd never see you again. And so many mysterious doors. This is Mr. Argan's door. I thought it was, but I wasn't certain. And as I don't have to wait for you, I'm just going back to the kitchen to see his dinner out of the oven. I'll be back in a moment. Whew. What a charming maid you got. So pretty, too. You're very fortunate for her to come and fetch me. Now, Monsieur Argan, I have a question to put to you. A few minutes ago, you alluded to me as a young doctor. How old do you think I am?
How old? Well, I should say you're probably about the same age as that, charming and very cunning maid of mine.
Oh, but you're very wrong. I'm nearing 80.
80?
You see, I'm my own doctor. I treat myself, I take my own medicine, and I have discovered, among other things, the secret of eternal youth.
Well, for 80, you're a very fine young, old fellow. And now, my venerable young doctor, I have a question to put to you.
Yes.
Where is Toinette, and why hasn't she come back?
Open your mouth.
What?
Say
Ow!
open your mouth. Stick out the tongue. Shut your mouth. Do you ever have headaches?
Very often.
Palpitations?
Frequently.
Occasional stomach pains?
Nearly all the time.
Exactly as I foresaw.
Oh, it's no good.
Brother, what's no good?
I don't believe it.
Don't believe what?
I'm being made a fool of.
Really, Monsieur Argan? Enough of this ridiculous obsession. I'm beginning to think your mind is going, and there's no hope for you. I'm mixing the medicine for you, one that I take myself. It'll restore your youth. One dose every day for the next week, and every day you will lose 5 years.
Well, that's as may be, but I want to see Toinette. Oh.
Here I am, Monsieur Argan. It's all right. I've taken your dinner out of the oven. It wasn't burnt. And now I'll just run back
brother.
Stop it. What? No, I don't need it.
Hi, girl. Don't run away. Where you off to? Here, come here. I want your help. I'm going to give your master his first dose now. I'll leave the other 6 doses here with you. But I want you to watch me, Dix. So, hold this glass for me. That's right, very steady. This needs careful measuring. 1 drop too little or drop too much. A matter of life and death.
Really, I wouldn't have
Drink!
believed if I hadn't seen them together.
Drink.
Oh, okay.
And I make only one stipulation. During this next week, you must rest and rest completely. No outside activities or distractions of any sort, business or pleasure or social or family reasons. Not much to ask and all aboard. Monsieur Beralde, will you see to that?
Indeed I will.
Good.
Yes, but I have this...
Drink!
Oh.
Girl, take this glass up, wipe it up, and then you can go. Thank you. It's possibly a little late to restore your youth, but follow my instructions and I can promise you a vigorous middle age. Goodbye!
Oh, wow!
Did that hurt?
Well, yes, indeed, a bit.
That arm's no use. I have it
Off!
It's drawing the strip from all that side of your body. You'll do better without it.
Without it?
Do your eyes ever water?
Yes.
I'd have one of them out. It doesn't matter which. You'll see better with the other.
Yes, but
I'll send a surgeon to you. He can do both operations at once. One more question.
What?
Who's your doctor?
Dr. Purgon?
Purgon! What a disaster! The worst doctor in Paris! With 2 exceptions.
And who are they?
An old fellow called Diaforus and his son. Do you know them?
Yes, I do.
I'm sorry to hear it. Old Diaforus isn't a doctor. He's a murderer! And his son's a half-wit. My last word to you is a solemn warning. Have nothing to do with them, either as doctors or people. They'd be a menace to your health and happiness. Keep clear of them. And as you value your life, stop quiet here in your room.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Now, brother, there's a doctor for you.
Oh, you disapprove of doctors!
Oh, but this one was different.
What? Say doctor. How old did he say he was?
80.
He's been trying to feel my pulse.
Well, what's wrong with that? That's what all doctors do.
He has his own ideas as to where the pulses are.
80!
Oh, brother, you should take heart. You heard what he promised you. A vigorous middle age. There'll be no holding you.
A fat chance I should stand with one arm and one eye.
Oh, don't worry about that. That's unimportant.
Unimportant!
When the surgeon comes, just send him away.
Can I?
Of course you can. As long as you take your medicine and stop here quietly in your room for at least a week. And I shall see to that.
Yes, but what about this marriage?
After hearing about old Diaforus and his son, I presume that's all.
Well, possibly. I mean, Purgon withdrawing his money does make a big difference. She'll have to be a nun.
A what?
A nun.
A nun?
Yes, my plan has failed. My wife has wished it to.
Your wife has wished it. For God's sake, why?
That's no concern of yours.
Really, brother, this is too much. If there's one thing that enrages me more than your infatuation for your doctors, it's your utter blindness to your wife.
What's that?
I've always meant to say it, and now it's been said. The way you fall headlong into any trap that woman sets for you.
Oh no, Monsieur Beralde, how can you say so? Madame would never set a trap for him. She loves him. She adores him. If you could see them together like 2 sweethearts.
That's very well said of you, Toinette. You're a good girl. Now, perhaps, brother, if you won't believe it from me, you will from her.
Indeed, I won't. Neither from her nor anyone.
But, Monsieur, I can prove it.
Prove it. How?
Madame just came home a few minutes ago. She's coming up here now. Monsieur Argan, lie right back in your chair and pretend you're dead. Then we shall all see how much he cares for you.
Pretend to be dead. I don't like this idea one bit.
Ah! So when it comes to the point of proof, you're afraid to face it.
Of course I'm not.
Then do as Toinette suggests.
I hear her coming. Lie down and you hide yourself here.
All right, but we mustn't keep her in suspense for too long. The shock might kill her.
Yes. Only a few moments. Lie down.
Are you sure there's no harm in pretending to be dead?
No. Lie down. Now, it's over. Ugh, thank heaven for that. Ugh.
Brother. The only woman I was quite sure in the world loved me. Did you hear?
Indeed I did.
Oh, now I've got nobody.
That's absurd. You've got a brother.
And you hate me.
Indeed I don't.
You think me an old fool.
Oh, that's a very different thing.
I don't want to be thought of as a fool.
And you shouldn't behave like one. And you have your daughters.
And they both hate me.
Oh no, Monsieur Argan. Louise is far too young to know whether she loves or hates. And my Mrs. Angelica loves you with all of her heart.
Oh, you're only trying to comfort me.
Angelique's coming live right back down again.
Where?
You may hear something else that'll surprise you.
And after hearing your daughter, I can't believe you'll deny her anything.
Monsieur Argan, I ask your daughter's hand.
Oh, Monsieur Argan, you can't say no.
Oh, can't I? You don't know what I can say. Damn it, I've been dead twice in the last few minutes, and I've had the two biggest shocks of my life. I don't know what I can say. So you want to marry my daughter?
Yes, I do.
But she can't marry a music master.
I'm not a music master.
But you said you were.
Yes, I did.
Why?
It was a trick.
Outrageous! If there's one thing I disapprove of, it's a trick.
Oh, God!
Oh, well, right. You're not a doctor by any chance.
No.
Pity. If you were, you could have had her.
Then I'll become one.
I have a better idea.
Oh, you and your idea.
Become a doctor yourself.
Me?
Why
Become
not?
a doctor?
Why not?
But how do I become a doctor?
It's simple. There is a ceremony that can be performed here and now.
Here? And now?
I happen to know that in the house next door, there's a meeting of the faculty. Toinette!
We're out.
Away with you and invite them here at once. And you, Angelique, and you, Cleante, the both of you, go with her and I'll follow in a moment to explain. Now, brother, this is the greatest moment of your life. In a few minutes, you'll be Dr. Argan. I must leave you for a moment to prepare yourself for the ordeal.
Ordeal?
My dear fellow, there can be no sort of achievement without some kind of ordeal. The ceremony, of course, will be in Latin.
Latin? But I don't know any Latin!
You must do your best.
should wait till I'm a doctor. I don't know which to take.
Here we are! Hic nos sumus, omnes rene doctoris, eminent professioris, clever, skillful surgeones, venerable physicianes, every kind of medici, invalid imaginarius. You must answer questions various. Omnes rene doctori, eminent professioris, venerable physicianes, every kind of medici.
Here's the one that drug opium, Dr. Holbrook, don't
Why? Because non disputandum ed quod erit demonstrandum. Opium is well known to omnibus as the remedy for insomnibus.
Excellente! Excellente! Argan is intelligente! Viva Tiva! Viva Tiva! Viva Tiva! Argan! He knows all the doctor's jargon.
Answer why for grapes and fever. Doctor's order laxativa.
Why? Because non disputandum ed quod erit demonstrandum. Enema administere, et amice donere, purgativa prescribe, ergo purgo.
Jubilate! Jubilate! Viva Tiva! Viva Tiva! Viva Tiva! What's for bile and vanadorum? Boils of every category!
Ergo purgo.
Jubilate! Jubilate! Viva Tiva! Viva Tiva! Viva Tiva! Answer now without tarato what the learned facultatum recommends for the diabolicus, collywobbles, and the colicus.
Ergo purgo.
Jubilate! Jubilate! Viva Tiva! Viva Tiva! Viva Tiva!
What for bunions, cords, and calluses, dandruff, doldrums, and paralysis?
Measles, mumps, and laryngitis, rigor mortis, and St. Vitus.
Ergo purgo.
Jubilate! Jubilate! Viva Tiva! Viva Tiva! Viva Tiva!
Nunc silentium! You have made correct responses! Honi soit quima alipensis! Now before this high assembly, one of you and all of us to uphold this facultate, steadfastly with dignitate, swear!
Swear! Swear!
I swear!
Down in the sink with all remedy and not within our encyclopedia.
You may cure or you may bury, but you get your
Be known as General Practitionarius on the Medical Registrarius.
Give him his hats of learning and his scholar's robe.
The ceremony is over, and your state is changed. No longer an imaginary invalid, but in your own right, Dr. Imaginaire!
I don't at all feel very well.